Second one, أمرني أن أنظر إلى من هو دوني ولا أنظر إلى من هو فوقي. My Prophet Khalil commanded me to look to those who have less than me, not to those who have more than me. Right? In a world of envy, there's a very good book by Helmut Schwartz called Envy. I think it's his PhD on it, where he lists crimes of envy as a very big chapter on murder for envy, rape for envy, robbery because of envy, right? All sexual assault because of envy. And he lists anecdotes of people who committed these crimes, and later on they said, I did it because... There's a story, for example, he has in America where outside of a stadium there's a taxi driver who's driving past, and he sees outside of the stadium, he sees these sportsmen, and there's the champion of the whole game, and he's being carried on the shoulders of his teammates, right? And they're all applauding him because he must have scored the winning goal or something. And the taxi driver felt so resentful, how could this be? And he just turned his car and he drove straight into him, and he killed him. And later on in police interviews, why did you do that? He said, it's simply not fair, right? It's just not fair. I'm a taxi driver and this man is a winner of the game. In another instance, for example, he has in his book, you have a woman who took her friend's child out for a stroll in the pushchair. She herself can't have any kids. Got to a lake and she just pushed the child into the lake. And why, she was asked later on, it's not fair, I can't have any kids. You have the story of this individual in America who, in the LA fitness gym, he killed all these women. There is, of course, a lesson to learn about this issue. I forgot the guy's name. His surname starts with S, but he didn't have a relationship with a woman for the last 20 odd years, even though he was so wealthy. He had a beautiful car, beautiful home, excellent job. He was fit, he was healthy. But there's one missing link from his perspective in his life. He didn't understand sabr or whatever. Missing link, right? He learned how to shoot. He went to LA fitness gym and he turned off the lights and he killed the women and he killed himself. And the police found his blog at home where he's detailing his desire to do this crime, whatever. But the sad thing is, just a few weeks after that, there was a terrible incident in Kuwait involving a Muslims, right? See, the point is this: we are not where after a divorce the man decides to remarry. His ex-wife felt so resentful and disgruntled. She went to his wedding party, walima, and she set the wedding tent on fire. She killed more than 30 people, Muslims, right? Why? It's not fair. How can he get married so quickly after divorcing me, right? When the Prophet said, لا تحاسدوا ولا تناجشوا ولا تباغضوا ولا تدابروا ولا يبيع بعضكم على بيع بعض, don't show envy, do not be envious people. Now you might think, well, this is a good lesson, but where does it all fit? Well, if you're living in a society and age of celebrity culture, if you're living in a society and age of wealth and opulence, then of course it's going to create an envious people. It's going to make people want to have what the other person has, and it doesn't matter if the person is killed for it. Right? Doesn't matter if the person is abused. Doesn't matter if the person is hurt. Doesn't matter if the person is injured. As long as I have what he has. That is the ethic. I got to have what he has. The Prophet taught us something entirely different. It makes no difference. Look and think about those who have less than you, not to those who have more. Like that Sheikh from Misr, from Egypt, who said, I became angry when a man took my shoes from the masjid, right? Because I had no shoes to wear. Until the day I saw a man who has no feet. Right? Now I understand. Now I understand. The man doesn't even have the comfort of wearing shoes, right? Can't even feel the carpet or the soft floor or whatever. Now I understand. So may Allah make us a people who are very perceptive about the age in which we live. May Allah make us a people who are practically trying to reverse the tide in our lives, the lives of our families and our community. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of those who haqiqatan in essence have open eyes today. The ayah I began with is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَقَدْ كُنْتَ فِي غَفْلَةٍ مِّنْ هَذَا. On the day of Qiyamah, it will be said to people, لَقَدْ كُنْتَ فِي غَفْلَةٍ مِّنْ هَذَا. You were in ghafla. Ghafla is إبطال الوقت بالبطالة وتابعة النفس على ما يشتهي, wasting your life in unemployment and following your nafs wherever the nafs will take you. You were heedless about this day, Qiyamah. فَكَشَفْنَا عَنْكَ غِطَاءَكَ. And now the veil has been lifted for you. We have lifted the veil for you. فَبَصَرُكَ الْيَوْمَ حَدِيدٌ. And your sight today is sharp, like hadid, like metal. You can clearly see. In fact, the meaning of apocalypse in Greek, where the word comes from, etymology, apocalypsis with the K, it means lifting the veil. Right? Apocalypse means lifting the veil. May Allah allow for our veils to already be lifted, that we can clearly see with the basira, with an attentive heart and with open eyes, the things that are happening around us today. May Allah save us from the fitan and the trials of the Dajjal. Of course, the Prophet said, إِذَا تَشَهَدَ أَحَدُكُمْ فَلْيَسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنْ أَرْبَعَةٍ. When any one of you is in your tashahud, in your salah, then he should seek refuge with Allah from four. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min azab jahannam wa min azab al-qabr wa min fitnat al-mahya wal-mamat wa min sharri fitnat al-masih ad-dajjal. I seek refuge with Allah from the punishment of the fire and the punishment of the grave, and from the trial of the life and death, and from the evil of the trial of the Masih ad-Dajjal, from the false Messiah, the Antichrist Dajjal. And كان إمام طاووس يأمر ابنه بإعادة الصلاة إذا لم يقرأ هذا الدعاء في صلاته. Taus would, rahmatullah alayhi, would command his son to repeat his prayer if he didn't read this dua in his salah. I'm not saying, of course, this is the Islamic position, but just out of extra caution, he didn't want his son to grow up not knowing the importance of this dua. The Prophet would end his salah by seeking refuge with Allah from the Dajjal. We also seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the Dajjal and all the evil that he will bring and all the evil that kind of precedes his arrival. May Allah save all of us. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.